Hello everyone and welcome! I'm IndyFalco64 and today we're going to learn about VoiceMeeter, OBS Studio, OBS Portable, and a lot of different sound settings and how to separate our audio sources into specific channels via VoiceMeeter and OBS to kind of help avoid copyright while still being able to hear things, potentially allow your viewers to hear things on your live channel, but also keeping all of that very far away from things like YouTube recordings where you don't want to be DMCA'd or banned or have your account deleted by the crazy AI and all of their other shitty staff. So with that, let's get started. So today we are going to piece together from a high overview our Windows audio settings, connect those to VoiceMeeter. All right, all the inputs go to there. And our VoiceMeeter becomes our, virtual mixer. And then we take all of those settings, all of those ins and outs, and we push them further into their own little lanes into OBS so we can control things. And then we're also going to run OBS Portable alongside OBS Studio because it just has this different starting method. And once we have that in there, we can have OBS Portable do all the YouTube recordings while OBS Studio does all the live streaming stuff. And at the same time, you still have the option to edit your YouTube video after and make clips out of it, vertical clips if you want for like TikTok and YouTube shorts and other platforms that highly, utilize that vertical format. Or even, take clips from Twitch and do the same thing. You got a lot of options here, and it's a really cool setup that I've been using for a hot minute, and I'm really into it. The only downside about the YouTube recordings is, good God, it takes a lot of space. So just, that's up to you to figure out how much, what the resolution is, the bit rate, etc. Because, gets very taxing. You better have like a, like a 20 terabyte drive somewhere. All right, with that, let's get started. First thing first, oh, and by the way, up here in the top left, which you can't see because I'm dumb. So I have a streaming PC and a gaming PC setup. I think that's important to start with so you know where I'm coming from. If you have an all-in-one PC, it's more or less treated almost exactly the same because my gaming PC is very much treated like a console in this situation. And the Elgato captures it. That's the only difference. And I have my Elgato as a separate sound source in VoiceMeeter. You can do the same if you want. If you're on an all-in-one, streaming gaming setup, you don't really have to do it if you don't want to. There's actually almost no point. But anyways, just keep that in mind. Okay, so yeah, let's get started first. First things first, you want to download VoiceMeeter Banana here. So go to this link. All the links will be in the comment section. Just click, download, whatever. Do all the standard installs for all of these. You don't have to do anything special. So scroll down, download, unzip it once you get done, and then do the install. You can now click on VAC over here if you want, or you could just, open this other link that goes to it, whatever. This is going to be our virtual audio cable. This is an extra one. So you can download it here and you'll get a free audio cable. I think you only get one unless you donate, and you can get like up to 4 more. So if you really want to separate the shit out of things, like, you can do it this way. Now, the reason we're downloading this is specifically for Spotify. Spotify's an asshole, and you can't tell Spotify, like, through the application itself, what its input and output is going to be, right? Like, you can do that with so many other programs, even video games, right? You can choose what sound source you want it to come out of, what microphone you want it to use, etc. You can't do that with Spotify. It's really annoying. Some of you might use, like, YouTube Music, and if it gives you the choice of selecting the input and output, then that's great. That's perfect because you can send it directly to VoiceMeeter and you're done. If you don't, though, you're going to want this virtual audio cable. Like, again, if you're using Spotify, unfortunately, we got to do it the hard way because Spotify's really, I don't understand why you can't choose those settings, but maybe it's very overly user friendly. I don't know. Anyways, download that, save it, install it, blah blah blah. You're also going to want OBS Studio. I would imagine you would not be here if you didn't have OBS Studio already installed. But if you don't, here you go. And then we're going to later run OBS Studio and run OBS Studio in portable mode alongside it. We'll get to that later, though. All right, first things first, we are going to go to our default sound settings after you're done with all the installs. So if you want to pause it, come back to this, good time to do it, dude. Okay, sure. Hold on. So I got my latte and I've pooped 27 times, so may as well keep going. Clean it all out, buddy. Hell yeah, brother. We're going to go over the default Windows sound settings first. You can basically hit the Windows key and start typing. Here, let me do it over here instead so you can see it. Can you see it? Yeah. You can just go to Windows Control Panel. Oh, sorry, not Windows Control Panel. Sound Control Panel. It doesn't want to find it. Yeah, that right there. That's not it either. Hold on. Yeah, okay, there it is. I don't know why if you type out the whole thing, it just says it doesn't exist. Anyway, go to your sound control panel. It will very much bring up this right here, this little window. Oh, actually, we can get rid of... We can get rid of that for now. Yeah. Don't let the voice meter... Don't let it scare you, okay? Trust me, this will be a lot easier than you think. So we're going to go to our sound control panel. Now, normally for the playback, you would have, you know, whatever headphones you usually use, and you'd have whatever microphone you usually use as the default. Your microphone can actually stay as the default if you want. That's up to you. It doesn't really matter too much. Now, for me, I have voice mod set up. So I have it as raw input is the AT2020 USB, and then I have voice mod using the AT2020 as its base, and then I have VoiceMeeter using voice mod. So I kind of have them routed in that fashion. You might want to do the same. Voice mod needs to be before going into voice mod, not after. Otherwise, there can be some like audio conversion problems whenever you activate voice mod, because voice mod really needs your raw input of your microphone. Just an FYI. Otherwise, if you don't use voice mod, I mean, just keep it as your regular microphone as the default. Down here, click default. Good. Now for everything else, this is where it's a little weird, but bear with me. So normally it's your headphones of whatever kind. We're not going to do that anymore. They are going to get routed back to those headphones, but not through this. It'll be through VoiceMeeter, and you'll see. All right, first things first, VoiceMeeter input is our main source we want to send all of our audio to. You're sending all the audio that currently exists on your PC that you normally listen to, right? You're going to send it into VoiceMeeter Banana. VoiceMeeter Banana now becomes, technically, a headset or whatever you were using in a way, kind of the same thing. But we haven't routed stuff out of it yet, so we can't hear it yet. So things might go deaf on you, and if they do, maybe pull me up on a phone. I don't know. But anyways, you're going to go to this, and you're going to click Set Default. That's all you got to do there. Now you're going to scroll up, and you got to be careful about this. A, make sure it has a number up here, and B, make sure it says VoiceMeeter VAIO in this subtext here. But this VoiceMeeter aux input, because we installed the virtual cable before, it unfortunately came out with the same name, so just be careful which one you're applying. But the VoiceMeeter aux input, VoiceMeeter VAIO, you're actually going to click this little drop down and default communication device. And then that's it. You're done. Hit OK. And now what this does is this sets the VoiceMeeter input and then the VoiceMeeter aux input here for your desktop sound and all of your communications, your mic, all that stuff over here. Sets those up to receive those, and then we can further shoot those out to our earballs through the typical device that you usually use. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to set A1, this is the only one you need to do, as your default headphones that you typically use, which what I was using was headphones AT2020 USB. We're going to continue to do that. So we just click on that, it sets it, and you should be able to hear stuff now, at least some things. Okay, now that that's done so that we can hear stuff at least a little bit, we got to do one more thing with Windows. So we're going to go to the mixer, and you can absolutely hit the Windows button and type in mixer, and sound mixer will probably be the first thing that pops up. I'm on Windows 10, by the way. It should have it on Windows 11 as well. I don't know if the sound mixer was built into Windows 7 or not. Good luck. But you want to make sure Spotify is running. We have good reason for that. And again, Spotify is annoying. We can't set the sound settings within Spotify. They won't let us do that. YouTube Music, you might be able to. I don't know. But that's why we got the virtual audio cable, the auxiliary one, because Spotify is a pain in the ass. So you're going to go down in your mixer, scroll all the way down until you see Spotify. And there's Spotify right here. I don't know why it's not showing the icons. That's fucking weird. Whatever. Anyway, Spotify right here. You'll see the green icon. You can't miss it. And you're going to set this left-hand column to VoiceMeeter aux input. And this is similar to how we just shot some other stuff, our desktop sounds and other stuff, to VoiceMeeter, except this is going to that specific virtual audio cable. So, yeah, you're going to set it to VoiceMeeter aux input, VB audio virtual cable. Make sure you see that virtual cable. So now this is going to have its own little cable, its own little imaginary route to VoiceMeeter. And for the output, or the input rather, we're going to set VoiceMeeter aux output. Again, virtual cable. And that's all you have to do for Spotify. You might have to restart Spotify to get the music going through the cable, but that's pretty quick. And that's it. That's all you have to do with your mixer. These settings stay forever. I've never had them change or reset, so we should be good on that. Okay, now that we've finished that, it is time for the VoiceMeeter settings. Don't panic. I know it looks like a lot, but we're actually going to mess with a few things on here, and that's it. The rest of this stays very static and untouched. By the way, one thing I want you to do after all this is set up is I want you to click Menu and Save Settings. And make sure to save those settings somewhere where you won't forget about them, somewhere where they won't get deleted. These settings are important, and we'll probably do this after we've configured everything. But make sure to do this after we're done configuring shit in VoiceMeeter, so that you keep those settings in case they ever get weird for some reason. Or if you just need to reload them, you know, sometimes something happens. Sometimes Windows updates can fuck with that. Again, turn off Windows updates. It's mostly for enterprise anyways. Okay, first things first. What we're going to do is we're going to right-click each of these categories here. We're going to start from the left to the right. We already set our hardware out. We're good on that. That'll let us hear things. Actually, before we name these, I want you to hit for the desktop VoiceMeeter input, check A1 and B1. What A1 does is it lets us actively hear it through A1 Hardware Out, which is our earbuds. If you don't have that, there's a lot you can't hear. So make sure that is toggled on. Same for comms. Make sure that is also toggled on. That way, if you go to test it, blah, 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 you hear two of me. Or two of yourself, for that matter. Oh, God. Okay. Now, for desktop, you also want to set the track to B1. B1 is the route that it is going to take. Oh, God. Going to take and be paired with. So that way, Elgato and desktop are all kind of on the same track through VoiceMeeter. And then our microphone and comms are also on the same track of B2. And that's it, baby. So as long as these are set up like that, you're good. Now, first thing we're going to do is going to right-click the title up here, and we can change the name. We'll just name that Elgato Capture because that's exactly what that is. That is taking directly from the Elgato streaming card that is in my streaming PC, even though it is capturing footage and sound from my gaming PC like it's a console. Now we're going to right-click this one. You can just name it Spotify or whatever app needed that virtual audio cable. Or for that matter, if it didn't need the virtual audio cable, you could still, you know, throw it in here and make sure it's separate. That's actually really important. Mine is Spotify. I use Spotify on my streaming PC. And then for our microphone, We're going to right-click this one and name it AT2020 into voice mod. I put the little alligator sign indicating like AT2020 and then voice mod. But voice mod is technically where this line is coming from, but voice mod uses the AT2020 raw. So that's just important to note. And once you have those three named, whatever you want to name it, as long as you can distinguish what is what, then we're good to go. Now we want to click underneath Elgato Capture, left click, boop, boop, and you get to choose where it's coming from. Now, if you don't have an Elgato Capture card, obviously you don't need to worry about this. If you are playing games on an all-in-one PC, like you're doing streaming and gaming on the same PC, you're pretty much stuck with generic, desktop sound, which is already in this desktop voice meter input. So you probably don't even need this column for Elgato Capture. But if you are using an Elgato, you could just pop in here, click on that, boop, boop, good to go. Now for Spotify, we're going to do kind of the similar thing. We're going to, remember, we set our VB audio cable, the virtual cable, as our Spotify. So Spotify's music is coming through that virtual imaginary cable and then coming into VoiceMeeter through that once we click right here. So you're going to select this VoiceMeeter aux output virtual cable. Select that and boop, boop. And as you can see, we've already got Spotify running. You guys can't fucking hear it, but I can at all times, actually. And then my OBS Portable, which is technically what you're watching right now, doesn't hear shit because I don't have it added as a source on there. So it's very safe. On my OBS Studio, which is recording OBS Portable in the other display right now. It's a very weird setup. If I hit this button, you can hear it. Not the best song. It is K-pop, though. I love K-pop. And if I hit the button again, it turns off. And only I can hear it. Nobody else can hear it. Suck it, nerd! Okay, so now that we've got those set, we've got all our ins and outs set up. We've got our Elgato, our Spotify, our voice mod. We've got our desktop shit that's coming through. We've already routed that shit. We got our comms, our microphone, all that's routed. It's good stuff. And we got our new headphone set to A1. So anything we want to hear goes to A1. And anything we don't want to hear can go to like A2 or A3, but you have to select, obviously, a different source. And technically, you could use those sources, any of those. And you can route it how you want. That's up to you, dude. I just have everything routed through my headset because I don't know why I'd want to route something I don't want to hear. So let's go down to the Elgato Capture. We want to set that track to A1 so that we hear it all the time in our heads, and this will be important. Shit. What was I gonna fucking say? Oh, the reason we're setting it to this is so we hear it all the time, regardless of whether OBS is open or closed. And for OBS, we're going to have it as a separate sound source, and the viewer can hear it all the time, but you won't because we're not going to monitor that sound specifically. And there's a lot of good reason for it. One of them is because Elgato or any capture card tends to have a sound delay, especially when it sits in OBS long enough, and we don't want to run on a delay on our real-time earbuds, right? So anyways, set that as A1, set it as B1. We want it to fall into that desktop audio group right there. For Spotify, keep A1 on so you always hear Spotify. Doesn't need a B1 or B2. At least I don't think it does. No, it shouldn't. And now for AT2020, we just set it as B2 because if we hit A1, we're going to hear ourselves talk like this. And it's not good for anybody. So yeah, that's it. All of that set up, and make sure you go to menu, you save those settings, and then you click Restart Audio Engine afterwards, and see how your sound is sounding. Hey, you should be able to hear everything normally. Everything should sound good. Everything's routed. Feel free to go through this video multiple times, pause when you need to, come back to stuff, whatever, man. So now that we're done with that, it is time for OBS. Oh, where is OBS? What the hell? What the hell? Oh, there it is. I was like, wait a second. Let me disable this preview, because if you see this preview, it's going to get really fucking confusing really quick. There we go. Okay. So we have OBS. We have our little preview. We just disabled it. Here's our sound panel down here. So first thing we're going to do, now that we have VoiceMeeter set up and it's good to go, you can hear everything. We just got a couple adjustments to make. So first we're going to go to settings. We're going to go to audio. And we're going to disable all of these audios right here. Disable all of those. And then hit OK. That's it. Now, we're going to do something even weirder. But actually, it's really, literally not weird at all. So, first thing you want to do is you want to right-click. Right-click. Add source. And we're going to add an audio input capture. And what we're going to add is we're going to name it Oop, shoot, I dragged it too low. I'm so sorry. We're going to name it microphone underscore VoiceMeeter banana, because you can guess where that's coming from. It's coming from VoiceMeeter. It's the AT2020 voice mod column that we set up, or that I set up. You probably have it named very differently and probably a different microphone, etc. That's fine. But we're going to set it to VoiceMeeter Out B2. Because if you remember, look at where it's set to. VoiceMeeter Out B2. So we're going to have it set to that. So it captures that. And yes. Oh, also, just an FYI, I forgot to mention, you should probably add a noise gate here. It's actually really convenient adding a noise gate in VoiceMeeter, more so than it is adding it in OBS. So I would add the voice gate here and turn off the noise gate in OBS. The reason why is because when you use Discord and other things, this noise gate will apply to everything. Whereas if you add a noise gate in OBS to the microphone, it only applies to OBS, which can be painful for other people's ears. Oh yeah, baby. So yeah, I would set it about 2.5 to 5, usually somewhere in that range. You got to tinker with it, figure it out. It's good for drowning out those like little taps and ticks and, you know, background sounds that might normally activate the microphone way too early. Anyways, yeah, sorry. Back to that microphone that you're adding for that audio input. Microphone, VoiceMeeter banana, VoiceMeeter Out B2, VoiceMeeter VAIO. That's it. You add that, and as you can see, it's right here. That's my microphone. Let's go to the advanced audio properties and just make sure that the monitoring is off, because if we turn it on, we will probably hear doubles. And if we turn on the A1 in VoiceMeeter, we'll probably hear triples. Yeah, that's awful. It's fucking crazy. So yeah, monitor off. Most of these are going to be monitoring off in this advanced audio property. Okay. And now that we have that done, we're going to do the same thing for the Elgato. If you don't have an Elgato, you don't fucking need to. Add source. Audio input capture. And we're going to name it Elgato VoiceMeeter banana. Wow, what a surprise. And it's going to be VoiceMeeter Out B1. Just, oh, shit, fuck. Just how we have it down here. B1, baby. So that way, all that audio comes through there. And again, if you need more audio cables, or if you want on a more expanded soundboards, you can have B1, B2, B3, 4, 5, 6, blah, 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 blah. You can absolutely pay them and do that. VoiceMeeter is a great product, and it's worth every penny, in my opinion. I have minimal needs for it, so I'm good. All right, now here's what we're doing a little bit differently here, is we're going to right-click, we're going to add source, and it's going to be an audio output capture. And this is going to be for our Spotify. We're going to name it Spotify VoiceMeeter banana. What a surprise. So this way we know where it's coming from. But you're going to name this VoiceMeeter, or you're going to select, VoiceMeeter aux input virtual cable. That is incredibly important. So please, for fuck's sake, choose that. And then hit OK. You're going to add another audio output capture. It's really important to distinguish between these inputs and outputs, because they can capture from here or they'll capture from somewhere else, and you don't want to mix that up. And this is going to be your generic desktop stuff, which is this desktop VoiceMeeter input right there. and you're going to name it Stream PC Audio, because this is basically everything besides Elgato, Spotify, and our microphone. And we're going to select VoiceMeeter Input, VoiceMeeter VAIO, very important, and hit OK. And now we have our Elgato here. We have our VoiceMeeter Banana microphone here. If we scroll further down, you see how Spotify is muted in OBS. That's why you can't hear it, because I can mute and unmute as needed. And that's the beauty of it. Oh, Blackpink is pretty good, though. And then we have our Stream PC Audio, VoiceMeeter Banana down here, blah, 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 blah. So now that all those are in place, the final step is we're going to go to Advanced Audio Properties. Oh, okay. That's way less than I thought I had. So as you can see, all of these are separate. And the beauty of that is you can control the decibels on all of them. You can control the monitoring on, off, mute the output, include the output, whatever, to your stream, right? This is all OBS to stream at this point. Now we don't have anything else to worry about. For blurb, I like to hear it for the most part, but I had to tone it down. So I changed it to monitor only and then mute the output because blurb comes through in its own thing and people hear it anyway. So for mix it up, I have it on monitor only because that is, again, coming in full blast through the desktop audio. Everybody hears it, but I keep it on monitor only just in case. Same for Streamlabs alerts and our Stream PC audio. It's all monitor only so I can hear everything. I don't need to do output because what I hear is what they hear. So yeah, and everything else, monitor off. You don't need it. And that's kind of it for OBS. Now the really fucking weird part. Oh my God, this is going to be weird. I think we're going to say cut, enable preview here. Yeah, this is where we enable preview. And I think we're going to stop recording on this other PC. I'm not fucking sure. Let's try it. Okay. Now, I've switched to my other OBS, and now we're going to run OBS Portable. Just trust me when I say what you're seeing now is my other screen, and this is OBS Portable. We currently have OBS open, like we've shown earlier. That's still going. And that's actually what I'm recording from right now. But before we do this, let's close. Hold on. Let me get my. Can I get my avatar up? Will he pop up? He might not pop up. That's fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna close this OBS Portable real quick. Oh, there I am. Wow, so handsome. So there's a few things you can do. Portable is weird. Let's go back to our browser for that too. So you need to go to this link for the portable mode. And I think there it is. Okay. So I don't think you have to make this file, but you can if you want. It's called portable_mode.txt. And it's supposed to be in the bin category of your OBS folder. Oh God, I'm dying, dude. Of your OBS folder. So let's go to that. Actually, first things first, let's actually move this over here. Wait a minute. Is that the right size? Did I resize that? I don't fucking know, dude. Okay. I think you can see all of that. Oh, you can see my face. How nice. Oh, it's not what I wanted, though. That's okay. I don't think the polling is working for my VTuber. What's the hook rate? What if I do fast? I probably shouldn't do that. I probably should keep it normal. And a class. Yes. The fuck was I doing, dude? Oh, okay. So essentially what we're going to do here is we're going to go to this website, bloop, bloop, portable mode, blah, blah, blah. It'll give you a little bit of info on it. If you would like to read it, I would take your time and read it. It's not much. It's just a paragraph, dude. Even for us ADHD folks, this is doable. I promise you. And essentially, we're going to create a portable mode.txt file in our OBS folder, which I think is that program files? I don't know what this is. Ignore that. Anyways, program files. Hey, where the fuck? What the hell? Is it in here? Did I skip it? Where the fuck is OBS Studio? What the hell? Let's do this. We'll do it the cheap way. Properties, file location. Yeah, fuck you. It is program files. What the fuck? Okay, so I just skipped it somehow. I don't know how the fuck I passed that so quickly. Anyways, let me show my dumb little face. Hee hee, hi. So you're gonna go to this path right here. C program files, OBS Studio, bin 64-bit. I'm gonna go to that path, and you're going to create a text file, and you're gonna name it portable mode. There you go. Doesn't have to have anything in it, apparently. It just needs to exist, which honestly, it might not even matter. You might not have to make a file. But anyways, the main thing you want to do, let's see. Is there a way we can do this easily for you? Okay, so copy this path. So click on it, make sure it's blue, Control and C, you'll copy it. Now you're going to open up a command prompt, just like that, as administrator. And you're going to hit Control V, and you're going to type \OBS 64.exe, and you're going to put a space -- portable. And by doing this, you will... Okay. Oh, did I? Oh, I forgot my quotes. Sorry, you got to put quotes in all of this, otherwise it gets confused. So it'll be in quotations, that path, OBS 64.exe, and then -- portable. Oh. Okay, that's not good. Hold on. All right, take number 2 on that. Okay, so for OBS Portable, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to this path here, right? And we are going to... How did I do this? All right, take number 3. Let's figure this out for a second. When does that launch? Weird. Okay. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So next thing you want to do is we want to run OBS Portable. And what's cool about running OBS Portable is we can import the same, audio sources and stuff, and we can customize the shit out of it. It can look very different. You can have a much cleaner, more simple look for YouTube, while this recording is essentially, happening and going while you're live on OBS Studio. So you're basically running 2 instances of OBS, but one's a very light and portable that just does recordings. At least that's how we're going to configure it. And then the other one is for all your live broadcasts, so like TikTok, Twitch, whatever. Highly recommend multi-stream. Restream.io is great. Or Streamlabs, I think, also started doing the same thing, so it's up to you. I feel like Restream.io is a little bit better. They got slightly better features, so. But, anyways, what you're going to do is, well, honestly, we don't really need this page. I'll put the link down there anyways. If you want to read this paragraph about it, I think it'd be helpful. But otherwise, you're going to want to open File Explorer, and you're going to want to navigate to this path right here, which is, we'll put it on this side so you can see it. So you're going to want to navigate to this first path here, for sure, in a File Explorer, and it'll bring you here. Now, the next thing you want to do, and this is a little weird for the setup, but just bear with me, is you're going to right-click this, and you're going to say, create a shortcut. Boop, boop. And with this shortcut, you're going to go to Properties, and you're going to change a little bit right here. Pretty much all this is going to stay as is, except you're going to go to the very end of this target. You're going to put a space, and you're going to put -- portable. And that's fucking it. Most importantly, make sure that this is in that first target category, and this is in that start in category. Make sure you don't have any typos. Although you should only have to add the space -- portable. And then hit OK. And now you can double click that shortcut, and it should start OBS Portable. Bing, bang, boom. Cool. And that's what we want to see. Let me disable that preview because I know that's going to drive you crazy. But this is my OBS Portable. Note how, like, from the previous OBS you saw, this has way less, right? Like, this has my VTube, my iPhone, my microphone for VoiceMeeter Banana, which you can see right here is active. And it's got its own decibel levels, all that stuff. Display capture, which I have turned off for now, but that's the Elgato, essentially. Oh, sorry, that's not the Elgato. Display capture is actually capturing my other monitor. Ignore that. The game capture is the Elgato, so sorry. And that's pretty much it. And on this, all you have to do is configure your settings, your output settings for recording up here to whatever your preference is. And start recording on this one, and that's it. And if I were you, I would go up here on the taskbar, right-click, and pin it to the taskbar. That's what I usually do. I usually have it all pinned, as you can see, all in a row of everything I need to start before stream. So we've got VoiceMeeter, has to start before anything else. VoiceMod, second in line. Then we can do Discord, Spotify, Streamlabs, stream labels. We've got our browser, PCG timer, streaming avatar, Stream Deck. Either VNN Studio or VTube Studio. We've got the tits throwing system. We've got Restream.io chat, so I can see multiple chats. We got Mix It Up. We got Camo Studio, which I probably won't use anymore. We've got our Elgato game capture, which I typically don't have up, but sometimes I like to bring it up to check. Then we have our OBS Studio, and then our OBS Portable. Hence why I say to put them both in the taskbar and pin them. Because once that's pinned, it knows where to go, and it'll just start every time. And that's it, man. That's it. That's all you got to do. And we're pretty much done. So now you can record on this beautiful screen right here, set it up however you want. Everything is totally separate, and it saves those settings in the portable mode. And yes, you can also still do plugins if you need to. Whereas on our OBS Studio, it's all still exactly the same besides the audio settings, and we can stream live and do whatever the fuck we want, for the most part, depending on if you want to keep your VODs or not. And yeah, that's it. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment below, ask questions. I'm more than happy to help people out. I can maybe provide a better, more concise diagram or like a PowerPoint presentation if you need me to. Otherwise, hit me up in messaging. I'm happy to help anybody get this setup going on a, well, any kind of streaming setup, really. But yeah, thank you for your time today. And special shout out to, all the people that keep asking me about this and begging for help with splitting audio sources, etc. And B, also shout out to Akife because she's adorable. I love her. Amazing VTuber, amazing streamer in general. You can catch her at, I think it's Aki Faye with 2 I's, AKIIFAE, on Twitch and YouTube and TikTok, you name it, dude. She's everywhere. Same for me, IndieFalco64. Catch both of us anywhere. And yeah, I hope this is helpful, and good luck, everybody.